From Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, Felix La Sombra Caraballo. He is a two-time Olympic gold medalist from Cienfuegos, Cuba, Robeisy Ramírez.
Two-time Olympic gold medalist Ramirez enters the ring with the confidence of a man born for the spotlight, ready to prove that his amateur greatness can fully translate to the professional ranks.
I believe that Valdez has definitely been a game fighter tonight and giving Robeisy a good fight.
Robeisy pouring it on here now at the end of round 6, looking to get that stoppage, and he gets it.
After a rocky start to his pro career, Ramirez has found his rhythm, refined, focused, and determined to showcase the precision and poise that made him one of Cuba's most celebrated boxing talents.
6 years ago tonight, he pulled a shocking upset with a first-round knockout. Oh, and there is the left hand that floors Nova, and the fight is over.
After dominating in the amateurs, Ramirez was using this fight to demonstrate his readiness for higher-level competition, to show he could translate his Olympic excellence into pro success.
Of course it is, but you know, that's the ego in Ramirez. He just needs to come in here and get this victory. He don't need to worry about what the next man.
Southpaw with blue trunks trimmed in white, and goes directly to what Shakur Stevenson did and worked for him against Caraballo.
Relentless pressure on Ramirez tonight. He's going to test him.
Fighters for something that you're going to see all night long with this southpaw against the orthodox.
Move to your right as well and battle the backhand of the southpaw.
Nice double. Ismael Salas, the famed Cuban trainer, said you mentioned, but here's the footwork.
There it is. That's the T position right there that I'm talking about. You see where Caraballo is, and you see how Ramirez is square. Get him in a T position and let both his hands go.
Hoping to change things up, but he also said, look, Shakur was bigger at 130 pounds. This is my weight. This is where I feel more comfortable.
In the film, that's his tee off right there. That's what he's showing you. He wants to throw the looping left hand.
So poker players, that's his tell.
That's his tell right there. Beautiful uppercut right there from Ramirez.
And then there's the heavyweight, Efe Ajagba, who's a big power puncher.
This is a impressive shot right here. This is all timing right here. And slips an uppercut right up the middle. You know, now he's changing.
Fighter who at 26 years old had an extensive amateur career. 400 plus bouts, winning about 80. Felix Caraballo is a fighter who only had about 75 amateur fights, and here Ramirez is
close enough to hit you with offense, and that's what Caraballo did. He teed off.
See another body shot from Ramirez as Caraballo tries to answer.
He's afraid because the punching power and the speed and the accuracy.
Caraballo has 2 sons, so he says, I don't want them to box, and he's got a baby girl on the way. Inspiration. Out there in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. Those quick hands from Robeisy Ramírez.
Anything that's, you know, minor, you know, he's really taking his time right now and looking for the perfect shot to land against Caraballo to his left. Quite often, you know, he never goes around to the right.
Round 2 coming to an end here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. All right, round 3 of a scheduled 8-round fight. Bernardo Osuna alongside Timothy Bradley and Mark Kriegel joining us on this call. Robeisy Ramírez, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, just a lot more efficient.
With the pressure on Ramirez right now, digging down to the body occasionally. You can see Ramirez stand very calm in there, meets his head with punches.
You can see the evolution of the style of Robeisy Ramírez over those punches, and that's the influence of a man who was his style as a trainer as well, with all the Cubans that came over to the United States, especially here in Las Vegas.
Still in development in stages. He's looking a lot better than I've used to see. I like the fact that he's just real comfortable, calm, poised.
Well, I spoke to Jose Trabon. He says, keep going to the body. Ramirez.
You know, when you see a guy, he moves the same way all the time. You know, and you don't see that from Caraballo, you know, so he's lacking a little bit of ring IQ, I would say.
Double right hook there from Robeisy Ramírez. Overhand right from Caraballo.
Both guys are keeping their head right down the middle and the inside. As you can see, they're both available for uppercuts.
Round 3 comes to an end and October 11th. So a big fight deserves a big buildup. Robeisy Ramírez taking on Felix Caraballo. Ramirez, the 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Nice quick combinations from Robeisy Ramírez, and now starting to use his feet and making Caraballo chase after him.
He's coming forward, he's mauling, but he's not doing anything at all. I mean, he did the same thing.
It's also the level of boxer that you have in front of you that makes it hard to get settled in there, although he lands a nice right hand, does Caraballo. We always talk about Shakur Stevenson and how his opponents land about 4% of their jabs, and it's stellar. Well, that's pretty stellar himself in terms of avoiding that jab.
Well, one, he's not even throwing the jab, really. He's just walking in. Southpaws, you got to understand, they're used to fighting right-handers. Right-handers are not used to fighting southpaws.
And to round 4, we're going to follow Robeisy Ramírez into the corner where...
Ponle el hielo atrás primero.
Put his ice behind his head, please.
Toma aire, toma aire.
Take a deep breath.
Líder, le metiste Robeisy trabajando en el centro del ring, que ese cabrón no se puede dar con laterales.
Work in the middle of the ring. That guy can't even touch a punch is if you stand still.
La defensa de ahora es con los pies.
You know, you can block shots, you can slip shots, and you can also use your feet.
Good thing for Ramirez is he's able to do all those aspects of defense. And here comes Caraballo. I don't think he's won any round so far.
He hasn't won any round, and he's trying to let his hands go like there. You just got to let them go. I mean, if you're getting hit,
Shakur Stevenson.
But this is a different type of fight right here. This is a completely different type of fight. You know, the one thing that Ramirez
had
is
authority behind him too, because that was his first fight at 130 pounds. He wanted to send a message. Even my belt at 126 for Navarrete and Ruben Villa to fight for it right here in the bubble later on. Great head movement there from Robeisy Ramírez. When these Cuban fighters can put it all together. Ooh, nice counter left from Robeisy.
Handedly easy, but he definitely can get more and try to go for the knockout if he wants to.
If I'm out pointing you, why take any risks?
Yeah, but you know, knockouts, that's what sells.
Yeah.
You know,
connected on a solid uppercut earlier in this round and to move laterally. Oh, nice left. Ooh, dig into the body and then another left overhand. Big right hand, and now we've got Caraballo wobbled. Big uppercut there from Caraballo.
Now that's what I'm talking about right there. You know, beautiful shots right here. You see Robeisy steps out on a nice little angle right there. Caraballo just walked right into that left hand. Didn't see it coming. And this is explosive combinations right here. This is what I'm talking about. If Ramirez wants to get rid of this guy, this young man is explosive. He has hand speed. He got dynamite in both hands.
And Tim, you said unleash the Kraken. Let's see if he does that here in round number 6 of a scheduled 8 rounds.
See, that's the instincts of a fighter. You see Caraballo, he was hurt at the end of that fight, at the end of that round.
This is the round that Shakur Stevenson finished on the same night that Robeisy Ramírez stopped Yeuri Andujar earlier in that round. How's that, Tim?
It's called road work. Get on the track. Do some sprints, baby. My father was lethal, man. Anything to make me cry. But he worked.
Made you a multiple-time champion.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Robeisy, watch that, watch it.
Uppercut. Uppercut central. His head is right down the middle. A lot of guys, they used to watching Cesar Chavez in the middle. Go ahead and swing. Dip to the left, hit you with a left hook to the liver.
Keep him up, keep him up.
Good shots right there.
And he gets the warning.
Wherever the head goes, the body goes. So if you put your hand on the head a little bit and kind of push it down, guess what? Push that head to the side and the inside.
Your head.
Lowest man wins.
Okay.
He gonna get a point taken, keeping his head down there in the inside like that, right in the middle. The ref is looking close.
Taking a point.
Man, you meet that head with punches.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Like that.
Just like that.
Whether it's overhead or with the uppercut, but it's right there to be hit.
Goes hard, you know, really in the gym. He really just depends on his talent. Because let me tell you, he can end this fight anytime he wants. You know, you got all the young fighters wanting to, make a whole lot of money. Everybody's talking about they want to make a whole lot of money, get rich. Well, one way, the quickest way is, yes, Caraballo got his hands up high. He's making things a little difficult, but he's there to be hit. He went away from the bite, but you got to open him up. You got the high, tight guard, protecting his ribs. But you got to open him up.
No doubt that he should be ahead on the scorecards.
Oh, without a doubt. This was the easy fight. You see him right now changing up the rhythm, just touching.
You see what he does, and it's good, and then you think about what he could do.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's what kind of leaves you wanting more.
Yes.
Tú le trabajas, que trabajas de ripota, trabajas de la única manera que se te puede dar un golpe si tú te quedas bloqueando.
If you're just stand still or you try to block. The 8th and final round. This is the first time that Robeisy Ramírez has been.
He hasn't won a round in my book yet.
Does he want to send a message that he will be a future world champion at 126 pounds? Because if he can't get rid of Caraballo, then he's still got.
Respect the fighter with that much amateur experience, gold medalist, to be able to come in here and dominate Stevenson. Everyone's not a Teofimo Lopez, Robeisy is a very, very talented gift, his talent, but he needs to have that work ethic behind it.
Well, it's that Cuban thought, the Cuban school. That's the difference between being really good or being great and selling.
Hold up. Come on, let's go.
Last 45 seconds of this fight's been landing over 50% of his power punches so far, and usually that translates another
very
payday.
True, very true. But he's at the beginning stages right now and still developing.
Should be his 5th victory as a pro, and congratulations from official decision. But let's take a look at the work he did tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was impressive. Good in spots, especially with the uppercut. He worked his lead hand a little bit, jabs, followed up with the left hand. That's a complete southpaw. And then I noticed that he only moved one way a whole heck of a lot. Now he needs to learn how to move the opposite way. So that way his...
Declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Robeisy Ramírez.